Yeah, I like that right there, citizens. Sway in the morning, Shade 4-5. We got Billy Talk here.
I'm here.
Okay, we got Adrian here, a listener who just showed up.
Citizen. He's a citizen.
Now he's a member of the team. We
yeah,
invited him up.
working today.
Yeah, we gonna put him to work, but I'm gonna tell you this, and then I'm gonna let Tracy do the honors. Adrian, what you're gonna experience today, you're gonna reflect on a year from now and go, my gosh, I was sitting right next to this guest that Tracy is about to introduce. Yes.
Let me
Tracy
tell you
G.
about her. Yeah, well, first let me start by saying when Drake did his iconic Apollo show some weeks ago and he was in New York and touched down and killed it as he tends to do, I saw that he was DJing at a spot for somebody's listening party. And I saw all of these splashy figures there. Obviously, Aubrey himself. I saw Hailey Bieber there. I think Justin was there as well. Justin Bieber, Meek Mill. And I'm like, okay, if all of these VIPs are in one space, this must mean this artist is special. And I got a glimpse of her and I was like, okay, this is a hell of a chocolate baddie. Who this be? I was curious.
Baddie alert.
Word. And then I was like, okay, Rock Nation, y'all know that I love Hov. I call myself Trey Hover. So I'm like, okay, all of the whatever, Sway, all of the cosigns are there. So let me really put this magic in my own ears. And I got to know this young lady, Ebony Riley, and her debut, Ebony, which is stellar. And so, citizens, I'm so grateful that we are able to experience her today as a guest. This is her debut on the show. Ebony Riley, baby.
Come on, Ebony.
Let's go. AR in the building.
Wow.
What's up?
Rat tat tat. I'm glad she's doing that. I'm super glad, citizens that can't see us right now, that she is excited. She is emotional. She's thankful. You don't get to see that all the time. And that's the feeling as an artist who's been busting their ass, excuse my language, and working so hard. And finally, you have those experiences when you first hear your song on the radio.
Yeah.
Being inside a radio station. It's like a feeling like no other. You never forget the first time you heard your song on radio.
Oh, yeah.
You'll never forget it. And it's what you worked for. Even if you don't want to say it sometimes. I want to be on the radio. I want to be on Grammy stages. When it happens, it's an overwhelming feeling. So I'm happy that she's happy.
It's like your own holiday.
Feeling? Can you put that feeling into words? Because we were playing a song when you walked in and you heard it on our station for the first time. What went through your mind?
Honestly, y'all, I'm still trying to process this shit.
You go.
I'm just like, damn, I'm sitting here with Slay. You know, it's just it's a lot of emotions.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you dream about this shit, but to be sitting in this room, I probably ain't gonna process it until I leave out of here. So, I mean, yeah, I'm just grateful.
It's okay. We're happy to have you. Your music is incredible.
Yeah.
These cosigns Tracy talk about won't mean the same if the talent ain't there, right? If the product ain't there, it won't mean the same. And you come a long way. This is about Ebony Riley, but not Riley Montana necessarily. But do you separate the two? I know you had to kind of do a name change and a reinvention. What was that process like for you?
I mean, I feel like this is the reintroduction of myself to the world.
Okay.
I feel like Riley Montana was what I was forced to become just because I'm like, I'm trying to get out the hood. I ain't trying to go back. I'm trying to feed myself, feed my family. So Riley Montana was just, you know, I feel like I was being a puppet. I was a model. I was doing what I had to do. I'm traveling the world for the first time. I'm eating in nice restaurants and shit. I can help my family whenever I can. Whereas like Ebony is me. I'm not scared to be me. I'm being Ebony unapologetically. I don't care if my name is easy to digest, if it's a household name or not. It's just like this me, y'all.
You feel liberated.
I do.
Yeah. You feel
I
free.
really do. I really do.
Yeah.
So Ebony,
go
ahead,
wait,
Sway.
hold on, Tracy. What I'm fascinated by is people who can handle the wave, so to speak. You're from Detroit, right? You worked a lot of odd and end jobs, you know, like Radio Shack. You went from working at Popeyes.
Oh, you did your research.
No, come on, man. I know who you are. Claire's, all of that. I know who you are. But I was fascinated that this young lady went from working at Popeyes to walking on the biggest stages in the world, right? With no there's no orientation for that. You know, where did you find that strength? How did you find that know-how to make that transition from Detroit to walking on stages all over the world?
I feel like I just always been a big dreamer.
Okay.
So coming from where I'm from, it was just like, it can't get worse than this shit. So it's like, I just was a wishing on a star ass bitch. It was like, okay, we about to get up. We about to get up. We about to go. I left sporadic as fuck. I literally just woke up one day and was like, I'm going to LA. My family was supportive. And then, you know, I had the jobs at first, Radio Shack, Sprint, all, you know, I had like 3 jobs in LA at first. And then I finally start going for the modeling because it's like I could do the same shit back in Detroit, be working 3 jobs and be living a life. Like, I'd be chilling. So I'm like, I didn't leave my home to do that. So eventually I went to the agencies, got rejected by a lot of them. But I still, that's why I'm like, I thank God for my faith, because I could have gave up so long ago.
That's what I'm talking about, that faith.
Yeah. So everybody kept telling me, oh, you pretty. And it's like, okay, I need to pay my bills. Like, is y'all about to book me? Finally, I went to New York. And then it happened in New York for me.
Who was it? Was it Lenny S? Was it Ty Ty? Like, who?
With the modeling?
No, well, when you came to New York and you start transitioning to the music.
Oh, I moved to New York almost instantly. I was living here at first for like 2 years. And then I signed my modeling contract, moved to New York. The modeling popped off, but I wasn't happy. Yeah. Like I said, because I wasn't being myself. I wasn't, like, I walked in these rooms because instantly they changed my name. So I went from Ebony Riley to...
Oh, they changed your name.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, so that's why you said Puppet.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Because it was... We don't want you to be another girl named Ebony from Detroit, another black girl named. So it's like, damn, okay. So instantly I had this fear of being myself. It's like, damn, if Ebony is too much, okay, what about your accent? Are you speaking like that in front of clients? So I'm like, shit, I thought I was toning it down for a motherfucker. like,
what up, though?
Yeah. So eventually, I just wasn't happy. Like, I was doing it, but you would think I'd be so happy because, like, my life changed drastically for me. Like, I was barely making what I was making in one day in a whole year. So what was the question? My bad, y'all.
No, you talk.
The transition.
You asked her, when did it pop off for you? Like, you coming to New York, you said you moved from LA to New York, but did the modeling, did you find an agent out here, or your agent for modeling was in New York?
Well, first it was in LA. I was going around, nobody was fucking with me.
Right.
Nobody was booking me. And then I got one job finally on my birthday.
Wow.
Took that money and was like, I lied to my agency, was like, I'm going to New York. Like, if y'all gonna support, love that. But if not, I'm going.
I'm out.
And they supported it. I went, got rejected by a lot of the agencies in New York. Wow. Yeah. One took the chance. And after that, literally, like, I think my first week, people was like biting. Like, it just worked like the first week. And it was so free from there. Yeah.
Yeah. Ebony Riley is here, y'all. I like that. Tracy, go ahead.
Yeah, so throughout all of this, Ebony, and thank you for being just hella transparent about this. We love the real you. Throughout this journey with modeling, talk to us about how music was interwoven into all of this. Or did it come like in a stage where it's like, okay, I got my modeling feet grounded, now let me focus on music?
No, the music was always in my heart. I've been singing since I was 7.
Talk about it.
I just never had the confidence to be like, I'm going to be the one in the forefront. It was a movie or a show back in the day. And it was like somebody in the back singing for the artist. And I was like, I do that. Because I didn't want to be in the forefront. I was scared. I was like, I didn't see myself being the one. So I feel like even with the modeling, I just feel like that was God putting me in that space to be like, if you don't do it, it's because you don't want to do it. Not because of how you look. It's not because you're not beautiful enough. It's because you don't want to do it. So I feel like even with the modeling, it was just a part. It was just a part of the whole shit, y'all.
Yeah.
So can you see how like modeling has helped you within the music industry? Do you feel like it was a bit of a boot camp and there's like transferable skills?
I feel like it got me comfortable with being in front of the camera, yeah. And also it helped me. Because that shit, modeling ain't easy. It's not for the weak. People think it's like glamorous and you just shooting photos and you traveling the world. No, that shit is literally an industry around telling girls what they are and what they aren't. And like, no shade to the industry. Like, I met some incredible people. I learned so many things, but I also lost a lot of myself, like I said. So I just feel like it helped in that sense, because now it's like, I already know motherfuckers gonna have something to say. I already know everybody ain't gonna like me. I already know shit ain't gonna be a walk down the
Yeah,
park. You know what I
right,
mean? It's not
yeah.
gonna be easy. I know it's gonna be a lot of work put in. So
And you got the rejection. God, to me, allowed you to get the rejection part out early.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Because people don't really make it a lot of times because of the rocks being thrown at them just to get to the front door.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And so that rejection from modeling probably prepared, because you play your song, they not responding, people on the phone. But, I know that feeling. I know that look. You kept it pushing.
But did you have to like transition into the music, even though it was in your heart all the time? Was it like auditioning all over again, like what you went through modeling when you came into music?
No, it kind of just happened organically. That's why I'm like, I always say this, he hate when I say it, Tata got a fucking superpower because he saw something in me. I thank God every day because he saw something, and from there, we made it here. Originally, I was working on acting, and I was scared to tell him that I sang because I'm like, I don't want to be the motherfucker like, let me slide you my mixtape. You know, I know.
Exactly. Yup, you know the deal.
Yeah. So it
go.
took me, it was almost 2 years before I told him I sang. And then finally, I was just like, fuck it, you just got to tell him. And I was like, oh, should I finish this song with the producer? He heard it. He like, that's you? And I was like, mm-hmm. And then from there, it was just.
It was gone. Shout out to Tata too, man.
That's
this dude
dope.
is like a giant in the game, and I would only imagine being with those juggernauts, being surrounded by so much greatness. That rubs off on you, right? And so to get that stamp of validation from someone like him is incredible. But how easy or challenging is it to work with a Tata when you're in the studio? Are people very...
You got to zoom in on my face. I'm just playing.
Because I know these guys, I've known these guys for decades, they don't take anything lightly. Everything is thought out, there's nothing's frivolous. So what was that process like? Just
the creative part, I don't want to say it was hard because he understands me.
Yeah.
Like he gets me. He sees himself in me. Like we come not from the same background, but like he from the projects. I come, we come from the same type shit, just different places. So it was easy because he knows that I'm that girl, like that's in these songs. You know what I mean? So it wasn't really that hard, the creative part. Now it's more of like the pressure of like, you working with the big dogs, but you gotta
Yeah. Did you go to the Super Bowl?
I did.
You saw the halftime show?
Yes, I
did. But what kind of like if I was, whenever I'm hanging around greatness, I'm always observing, and when I walk away, I take down notes. What did I learn? What did I see? What are some of the things you've learned and seen being around that greatness? The Rihannas, the Jay-Z's, the Beyoncés, the Tatas, all the different people they work with.
The biggest thing is being kind. I'm around them. I done met a lot of motherfuckers being in the modeling industry over the years, and a lot of egos. Where I'm with these people, they make me feel so normal. They so chill. They so respectful. They so kind. Where I'm like, damn, like I never change. Like you deal with a lot of fucked up people over the years, and it almost changed you. Where I'm grateful that I haven't changed based off the shit I done dealt with people. So being around them is that confirmation of like, you don't have to change because of other people's fucked up behaviors. Like stay grounded, stay humble. I still see them being so grateful and humbled by their life. You know what I mean? And they've been putting work in for years. And they still grateful. They never lose that sense of just like, I'm grateful to be here. So me seeing that, I'm just like, this is the type of shit I'm trying to move. Like, I don't want to be like these other motherfuckers where it's like, oh, I'm too good or whatever the fuck. These people are the biggest, they move the culture. And they still humble, kind, polite. And it's like, yes, I'm with that.
I like it, man. Ebony Riley is here. Big round of applause. Ebony, this is one of our citizens right here. How long you been listening to us, bro?
At least like 15 years. However long you been on.
Okay, thank you, man. Shit, I don't know. I don't remember how long I've been on, man. Them numbers add up. You ready to ask this question, man? This is your first time interviewing someone?
Yeah, it's my first time.
Okay. All right, go ahead. Ebony, meet Adrian.
What's up, Adrian?
Nice to meet you. I was gonna ask you what inspired you to keep chasing your dream and not giving up, but I think Sway, you answered that already.
Okay.
On your lyrics for the song Deuce Deuce, what did you mean when you said niggas be talking that love shit at first, they be on it, and then they be off it?
These niggas be playing. Nah, for real, y'all. It's ghetto out here, y'all. It's ghetto.
The streets is washed.
Washed. It's so ghetto. Like you just, it's the words is self-explanatory. Niggas be playing, and it's people be like, oh, you ain't got no man. No, they don't be doing right. And I'm such a chill ass bitch, so it's like I don't understand the games. I don't have time for you to be playing with me in my time. So the song, we literally was just in the studio vibing, and then I was working with Darius. I'm so sorry, I'm blanking on his last name. Talented songwriter. And I was just telling him about my experiences and where I was at, and then he just started flowing with it. And it's like, yeah, that's how niggas really be.
Yeah, but how much of it is their fault, and then how much?
Why you gonna say
I'm
their
just saying,
fault?
man. I mean, how many times?
All of it.
What are you
99%.
saying? She been through so. How many times she gonna make the same mistake? Like, what are red flags? Like, what are the red flags?
Okay, what's the red flags? The thing is with me, I know a red flag when I see it. So this is where I hold accountability, because I be seeing this shit and I still be trying to look over it.
That's what I'm saying.
Because I be trying to give motherfuckers benefit of the doubt.
But who fault is that when they don't come through?
I hold on to that. But then it's like, it's other motherfuckers who will put a whole front on where it's like, this is actors. Where's the academy?
Yep.
Because I've been tricked. I've been catfished.
Sway.
Give me an example of being tricked, and I'll tell you if it was tricked or you was just slipping. All right? I'll tell you that.
Nah, y'all in my business.
No, that's Sway. Ebony, he a radio op. I'm telling you.
Not Sway the ops, y'all.
The radio op.
You
I'm
know
telling
what
y'all.
might be useful though, Ebony, because I hear this from so many single women, and their experiences now with being out here in the streets. What is your style though of letting dudes go? Are you a ghoster? Do you like to be direct and tell them where they went wrong?
I'm a little in the middle.
Okay.
So before I was a ghoster, I get the fuck on real quick because I don't like arguing. I don't like drama. I'm like I said, I'm so chill. So it's like if we can't have an adult conversation, it's clip. But now I'm learning to try to communicate better, because it's like it could have been situations where maybe it could have worked if I had just communicated opposed to me just running. We all got our issues. Like I got my shit. Like I know I'm not perfect. So I know before I was projecting shit from my childhood traumas onto my relationships, where it's like now that I'm aware of my traumas and where I'm at today, it's like communicate, bitch. Like speak up. Don't be scared to speak up. And if he get it, he get it. If he don't, tell a nigga deuce.
That's right. Block him like shit at the end. That's it.
Okay. All right, let's roll into this song where Ebony been tricked. It's called Deuce Deuce. Citizens, call up 888-742-3345. If there are any women out there who feel like men have tricked them and it wasn't their fault, it was the man's fault, maybe you could relate to Ebony, because
Hey, chill, Sway.
she blaming everything.
Sway won't smoke this morning.
Yeah.
He won't.
He just an op, yo.
I'm just real. I normally don't say nothing, because I'm constantly being jumped by Heather and Tracy, but now I got Adrian here.
Adrian married. He ain't thinking about
How long you been married?
It's gonna be 18 years.
Oh, shit.
18
years. 18 years.
Yup.
Can't help me.
Big king. You a Lone Ranger,
I think it's the other way around. Mayor, you can help me, right? You got me, right? Because I think a lot of I think women are much more smarter than men in relationships. I think y'all have a broader view of what's going on than we do, and I think it's a lot of trickery that comes the other way. Wavy is nodding his head. Turn Wavy's mic on. I need somebody, Wavy. What do you think, man?
Wavy, don't mess
I
up your
agree.
future. I'm banking on
I'm
you.
not messing up. No, I'm just saying I think honesty is important. I'll say that on both sides, because a lot of times the men come into it and instead of just being real, whether it's I want to have 2, 3 alongside you, they just be like, you're the only one, you're this, you're that, you my world. But there's some women out there strong enough that'll take that. Like, I'll just be the sneaky link, or I'll just be this or that. But I think honesty is important. And I had my time already where I learned the hard way.
A woman tricked you.
Oh, absolutely.
Hey.
Absolutely.
You ain't never been on the other side of that, Ebony, where you were the culprit.
Let me think.
The culprit.
Let me think.
Just not standing for it no more. I see all these interviews and you all on the internet, on the YouTube, what a man done did to me.
Not the fist. So let me think if I've been on the other side. Okay. I wasn't on the other side, but I was kind of we was meeting each other in the middle. My last situation where it was like I knew that he was on some bullshit, so it was like, all right, nigga, I'm on some bullshit too. But I don't think that was what I should have been given, because it was like it was going no. It was. I just feel like it was going against what I give. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't really what I wanted to give. It's like if you got a nigga that make you feel like this, don't fuck with him. Like just get rid of the nigga. Like why you even dealing with it? But because he was lying, and that nigga stole my phone. Where my phone at?
Oh, no.
Trash. Throw him away.
Yep.
Sound like
He
y'all
stole
both.
it.
That nigga stole my phone.
That's crazy. And I know you got important numbers in there.
Girl.
Well, the EP. I'm really a fan of the EP. Sonically, you got great songs on here. "Cry" is an amazing song to me. "Save Me," the song "Why," with James Fauntleroy. Tell me about that song.
That's James and Shay Taylor. I mean, that's enough to say right there. They are two of the most talented people I know. I'm so blessed to even been able to get this record from them. James wasn't even originally on the backgrounds with me, but it made so much sense when they added him on there. I was like, oh my God, yes, we needed that. Like that was one of the last ones we was tweaking, and then we figured it out, and it was just the chef's kiss.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it worked out. When I walked away from this project the first time I listened, I was telling you off mic that I appreciated that it started with the song "Open," because it sets a mood, it puts you in a good mood about love. Somebody seemed to be happy about a situation, and then it started going, it started going downhill from there. No, it start talking about these other type of scenarios. What was your purpose in this project? What was it that you wanted people to? What did you want to get off your chest?
I mean, it's really a love story gone wrong.
Okay.
Like it start off with the honeymoon phase, when it's like you meet a nigga, you love him, you fucking with it, you happy, he got you open. Then after that, he get them draws down, you get along, and then that's when the game start playing. Why? It's like, why you playing? No, Deuce was actually after that. It's like, you playing with my time. Then it's why. Cry. It's like, I feel like cry is very important for me, because I feel like this generation is like, it's all around social media and watching what everybody doing, where it's like motherfuckers don't have time to not be okay. Everybody putting on this facade, and it's like, I'm okay with not being okay. That's why I was like, y'all telling me about my vulnerability and me being crying, emotional. I'm a crybaby now. I don't know if it came with age or what, or just even healing. I'm a crybaby, and I'm okay with it.
Yes.
Yeah,
it's good
like,
to see.
Yeah.
Like, why you not happy for this? This is huge. This is gigantic. And sometimes they're happy tears. Sometimes it's just release because you knew what it took to get here. Like, you have had one hell of a story, and we've only been speaking to you for a short time, but I can feel it. I can hear it in your music. So we got to release that sometimes.
Yeah.
In the song "Cry," you have a lyric where you talk about, and I'm paraphrasing that, you say something that all up in this song, I don't know the lyric exactly. All up in this song I wrote for you. Would you believe that I'm insecure? Because it's the truth. Have you ever expressed that to a man? Have you ever told a man
That I'm insecure?
Yeah, about your insecurities and what made you insecure?
I have with one. Only one has had me like vulnerable enough to like speak about that, because it's like sometimes you just know when it's surface shit and when it's something real. So it's like everybody don't deserve so much access to you. So maybe like one guy done told that to him.
What I find fascinating about that is because when I look at you and I study your story, it's not, people probably would think that Ebony wouldn't have any insecurities, right?
Yeah.
Do you get that a lot? Like,
yeah, for sure. That's why I'm like, I ain't perfect. Like, I don't wake up every morning like, damn, bitch, you did that. Bad bitch, what's up? Like, sometimes I be like, damn, like, that's what I'm telling you. The fashion world, it helped me so much because I was able to clock my insecurities that I thought I worked past. Where it's like, I was beating myself up about being bow-legged. It's like, bitch, God gave you them legs. What you gonna do?
Yep.
What you gonna do? It's like, you tiny, you skinny, you can't do nothing about it. Where years I was like, I gotta eat, I gotta do this. It's like, bitch, you can't gain weight. That ass get a little fat though when I eat right.
You off the chain, boy. I'm telling you. So much for the insecurities.
I fuck with Ebony, yo.
Yes. Ebony, how has it been like making friendships in this industry? You know, a lot of times on the outside, you hear folks say this industry is fake. You can't trust these people. There's backstabbers, etc., etc. But it seems like you found like a good gang of people. Did it take some time to like settle in to trusting those who are in this industry?
I feel like I'm blessed because I've been on both sides. So when I first started with modeling, I told y'all it took off pretty quick. And then just as quick as it took off, I lost everything too. So I was able to see the shift in people's behavior towards me. So motherfuckers was fucking with me at one point, and then a lot of motherfuckers didn't give a fuck about me after because they didn't feel like I wasn't modeling as much. So it's like, I'm not the top model. I'm not doing everything, so they didn't give a fuck. So I feel like that was a blessing because I was able to weed out who was for me and who wasn't. So I'm blessed, man. Like I can say that I attract a lot of good people. So I'm always, when they say birds of a feather flock together, I believe that because I do feel like a lot of my friends are a mirror of me in different ways. Like we ain't just alike, but the core of who they are, I know when I'm not around them, I know how they treating people.
Word.
So
You would think, Ebony, that like when somebody say I lost everything in modeling, maybe you gained weight. Obviously, that's not the case. Maybe this, maybe that. You know, because it's so judgmental. How did you say you lose everything? Because you just wasn't interested anymore? What do you mean by you lost everything? You just stopped getting booked as much? Or?
I wasn't getting booked as much, but this goes back to the power of the mind. Like I'm the queen of, like I know that the power of the mind is something different. Like you put your mind to some shit, it's gonna happen. And I watch me manifest all my blessings. And I watched me manifest my downfall because I was stressed. I was depressed. I wasn't focused on what I wanted to do. I was focused on what I wasn't doing. And it's just like, that's just the snowball effect.
Yep.
And then soon as I was aware of that, I watched myself get myself out of it. But it wasn't to go back into modeling. It was for me to focus on what I really wanted to do, which was music. So this ain't like, to everybody else, a lot of people don't know I was working on music, but I've been working on this for years. So, yeah, I was in it and then I wasn't working. Like people was like, oh, she rich, and it's like, no, nigga, I'm still very much, my family's still in the hood. Like I'm still trying to figure out a way to get them out. So it's like,
they
it's
in
not
Detroit. Everybody's in Detroit.
Yeah. So I'm like, yeah, it ain't, you know what everybody think. So it's like, yes, I'm blessed to still been able to work. Like I still was booking jobs. Like I had my key clients who love me because they fuck with my personality or whatever. So I was still able to like pay my bills, but I know girls who's like, they killing that shit. They doing everything. They everywhere. They getting all the ads. They doing all the, and at first it was like, damn, why I'm not? And it's like, no, that's not your blessings. That's not for you. That's for that girl. So it's like, you need to focus on what God sent you here to do. So now we here.
Now we here.
Yeah, come on. Give her a round of applause, man. You single now, though, right?
You back to that, Sway?
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I'm single,
Okay,
but
cool.
this is not a cap call for all the hood rat niggas. I need y'all to act right when y'all come. I need y'all to get it together.
Come on. Okay. What? Like, you seem like you're a visionary. Like, what do you see? What is your vision for this next year for yourself?
Honestly, it's hard for me to say that because every time you think or dream something, it always be bigger. So it's just like right now I'm just going with the wave and just being grateful and putting the work in, and you know, whatever God bless me with, I'm gonna be grateful because it's, you know, it's still a step up from where I'm from, you know, where I came from. So yeah, I can't really tell you exacts because like I said, I can dream is like this wasn't
This is a dream?
like come on.
Damn. It was, what was I wearing this jacket? Because this jacket kind of fly.
I don't know, but I knew I wanted to tell you Sway got the answer. Sway got the motherfucking answer.
Word.
on.
You the first person that came here and said that part.
Yeah.
Goodness.
My gosh. Come on. Yeah, and whoever's tricking you, point them out to me. I'll handle it.
Yo, now you good.
I'm on your team now, damn it. Have you had the chance to actually sit down with Jay while he heard your music?
I haven't sat with him while he heard it.
Okay.
But Beyonce did tell me she heard it and she congratulated me.
Wow.
Yeah, she made me cry. Yeah.
What'd she say? How'd she say it? Shit.
I said I wasn't gonna share this, but we would Sway. So this
Okay.
but it was just she had me crying.
Yeah.
And she was just like, I heard the project, she was like, I'm so proud because she ain't know. Nobody knew for years. You know, Tata very under the wraps. Like, he don't talk too much. He want to just lead with the product. So nobody knew for a long time what we was working on. And she, she was just like, I'm so proud of you. She like, congratulations. Because I've been knowing him for a minute, but nobody knew why I was around. They just knew, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, they didn't know. So now I was like, she was like, congratulations, it's so beautiful. She's like, I'm so proud. She's like, I didn't know you could sing like that. And I was like, don't make me cry right now, please.
I love it.
Please don't make me cry.
Well, you
glad you
good.
got
Can't
all of
nobody
that.
tell you shit from here on, okay?
All right.
And she's absolutely right. I'm looking forward to watching your journey. I'm really looking forward to
Same.
it. You got allies in us. You got family in
Thank
us,
you.
okay?
Yes,
Thank you so
yes,
much.
No matter what happens,
Thank
you go
you.
always sit with us.
Thank you so much.
Okay?
real.
Anything you want to say in closing?
Make sure y'all go stream my shit. Run it up. I need them streams. Bills got to be paid.
Pay.
Okay.
Watch my video, Deuce Deuce. It's on YouTube. Yeah.
All right,
That's
that's
Thank
it.
you.
All right, salute to your family. Tell them all hi
Yes.
for us, and we'll see you again, okay?
Yes,
and if
Ebony.
anybody try to run tricks on Ebony, I'm coming through.
Hey, you
All
heard
right, I'm
that?
pulling up.
You heard that?
I'm pulling up.
Sway.
You saw me.
Sway coming up, opting.
Okay, we gonna play it again. Let's play that Deuce
Run that
Deuce.
back.
Play the morning shade 4-5.
Run it.
We worldwide.